welcome to Chat with Chant. I'm like a roving journalist here. I'm out on location, out and about in Risley, okay? And look what we've come across. Two of the finest military specimens. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Right, I am going to have a little, I don't think we'll have a run, because these guys have got, what, how heavy are the packs?
35 pounds.
They got 35
16
pounds.
kilos for newbies.
Okay, and in yours, Damo, you've got a dumbbell weight.
Well, I've cheated because I've got 10 kilo weights.
Okay.
And then sleeping bags and jumpers and whatever just to pad it out.
And in Andy's, he's got his pack lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just a few drinks past us.
He's got,
no, I've got a mixture of army kit in there, stove with a survival kit and a bit of weight as well, just to
pump it up
a bit.
Right, so we're here, we're with Damo and Andy. Now, this is something that they've chosen to do.
Yeah.
What is the events that you're doing here?
The event is the Paras 10. So what basically is, it's the parachute regiment. They have a testing week or fortnight where this test they have to pass. One of them is the 10-mile march with the 35-pound pack. To put it into context for us, they're allowed 1 hour 50 to do, so that's like 11-minute miling.
11-minute miling.
Pack.
Okay.
But they are nearly all 20-year-olds.
Yes, yeah. But that's still going some, isn't it?
Still going.
I'm going to hazard a guess that your pace today isn't 11-minute miling.
Not quite, no.
So you're aiming to do a 10-mile, is it, can I call it a yomp?
It's a tab.
A tab.
Which is tactical advance to battle.
Okay, good, learning all sorts. Right, we're having a tactical advance to battle out today and we're doing a 10-mile tab.
Yeah.
And we're going, it's going to take what, about 2.5, 3 hours?
3 hours.
So what was the motivation about you guys getting out to do this?
Ex-military, really.
So is it in the blood? Is it in the blood?
It's in the blood, yeah. It's in the blood, isn't it, to do stuff like that. And you're always looking for a new challenge. Yeah.
Well, you found one here. And how tough will this be for you today?
Tough, yeah.
Because we've joined them at approximately, I'm going to say about 2 miles in.
Yeah.
2 miles in.
2 miles in, pretty fresh.
So military fresh.
So we've got another lap of this to do again. So the real test will how we'll feel on the second lap, basically.
It will, because you've not, and I guess you had no choice, but you've not chosen the easiest of courses, have you? You've got some climbing to do.
No, what we should have said is, because this one is mimicking the event we do at Catterick of Yorkshire, which is their training ground, and we have to cover a 1,000-foot climb to qualify.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the mileage.
So this will be over 1,000 foot, won't it?
Yeah.
Look at the size of these packs. Look at them.
Excuse me.
Well, that did sound very wrong, didn't it? But these guys are going to be out for.
The size of these pecs.
Pecs, not packs. These guys are going to be out for the best part of 3 hours. Listen, they're out here doing it, and they look really impressive.
Doing it just for the love.
I've enjoyed my tab with them. I've got to be honest, it's a lot easier without the pack.
Yeah.
Fellas, listen, I'd love to stay and join you, but as it is, I can't. But you carry on tabbing away. I'm not sure that's the right.
The chat goes on.
The chat continues.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure, fellas. All right, boys. How we doing? Right, you carry on. It's a shame I can't be at the end, but I hope, fingers crossed, it all goes well.
The swim start was at high tide on Thursday night, Thursday the 6th. So we started in the water about 1 AM.
Right, yeah, 1 AM start. So you've had no sleep then, have you?
No, I didn't go to bed that night. I tried, but...
And is it that the adrenaline was going to be too much? You were never going to sleep?
Yeah, the adrenaline was pumping that night. Checked into a Premier Inn at Dover for a few hours.
Hang on, they guarantee you a good night's sleep. Maybe not this time.
So one of my best mates, Sam, turned up. He was just absolutely buzzing. He's one of the guys who swam it with me in 2010.
Well, he knows what you're going through, doesn't he? It's a great empathy.
So he turned up. We tried to get some shut-eye, but we were just both far too excited. Ended up getting up at about 10:30. I started applying sun cream at 10:30 at night in the dark, and started eating porridge.
Well, you got to fuel up, haven't you? So we're going to talk about nutrition because I'm interested in that. But look, before you're in the water, look, a few people, I said I'm going to chat with you.
Yeah.
And they said, ask the question, why did he do it? At that stage, is it going through your mind, why am I putting myself through this?
Yeah, and especially on the boat ride out there, why did I do it? I just like these crazy challenges. I like pushing yourself mentally to see what you can achieve.
And I know there was a charity goal as well.
Yeah.
Underneath it, in terms of something you wanted to do as well.
So yeah, I wanted to raise money for a local cause, and I spent my university days down in Loughborough, and I'd heard about Rainbow's Children's Hospice and the great work that they do. So last year, 2019, I went to visit them and met a lovely lady there. She was actually a Rainbow's mom. She lost a child there, and it was just like an emotional tour around Rainbow's Hospice, where she's showing me this care facility for children with life-limiting illnesses.
So look, you've seen the great work they do.
Yeah.
And just update us on how successful have you been in raising some cash?
I need to say, Ian, I need to say thank you to everybody who sponsored me, because there's lots of people I know from work, family, friends, but lots of people I don't know either who's just donated anonymously. So we've hit over £5,000 now, 5,200 I think it was at this morning.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
It's amazing.
And it's such a difficult thing to do, that if people are sponsoring you are working hard in order to earn that sponsorship.
Yeah, and that was the gutting thing about last year. I'd raised, I think I was at £3,000 by the end of last year, and then I didn't get to do the challenge.
Yeah, but that wasn't your fault. It was always there to do. You were never saying, I'm not doing it. Okay, so look, you're about to get in the water. You've fueled up on porridge. Is that
Yes, I've been eating
the breakfast of champion?
Pasta and weekish electrolyte all the day before, and lots of carbs for the whole week. And then on the day, a bowl of porridge at midnight, which was a little strange.
Yes, I can imagine.
And then food in the water. I had 4 typical types of feed, and we just went round we started off at hour intervals, and I'd have a banana, and the next feed would be a flapjack, next feed would be energy gel.
And is this giving you something to look forward to?
Yeah, so it's a very brief break. You know, I'd stop for less than a minute to feed, because the tides were that strong, they were taking you sideways if you stop for too long to tread water.
And what happens is you go put alongside the boats, but you're not allowed to touch it.
You're not allowed
so
to
someone
touch it.
like with a net hands you the food, and you just have to tread water and eat it.
Yeah, so my dad was there. We'd practiced this in Windermere, that's why we went up there to practice. And you know, a reel with a drinks bottle on, down about 400 mils of carb electrolyte drink, and then also have half a banana, a little flapjack bite, just to keep some energy going. So,
and how did you find when you're in the water that long, and certainly on some long runs, it becomes hard to consume some of the calories?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I practice quite a lot, and there's a lot of channel swimmers don't actually eat any solids, they'll just live off carb drinks, but I feel like I need something in my stomach, otherwise I feel too hungry. So we'd practiced a lot feeding in the water, and that paid off, because I didn't feel sick at all.
But were there any moments that you have a tough time? You know, dark clouds on the horizon?
So the first 4 hours in the dark were not fun. You couldn't see anything, it was just disorientating.
And so what's navigating you? You're following the boat?
There's a boat alongside you with a spotlight on you, and your job's just to keep swimming as close as you can to that boat but not touching it. So you're relying totally on the pilot that you've employed in the boat.
And presumably those guys know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, they do it as a job, and they're navigating us through the busy shipping lanes and keeping us out of the way of all of the tankers.
So in terms of, it sounds like there wasn't too many I can't do this moments, or
so the middle, when I got stung by jellyfish one form, I
now,
probably had an hour where I lost my head a bit and stopped concentrating on my stroke and trying to dodge jellyfish.
And so that obviously made your mind think of something else.
Yeah.
So what was the situation of the jellyfish? Were there just hundreds there? Because I think you got stung all over, didn't you?
I got stung quite a bit, and you know, some of them are just little nettle stings, but some of it I got in the head twice, and that burnt for a good 10 minutes before it started to fade. So yeah, it takes your mind off things, but it's
it's not a fun experience.
Well, it's not one I'm going to experience. So sunrise is nice.
Sunrise was beautiful. So I've got some great photos of the sun coming up, and you know how many people get to swim out in the middle of the ocean when the sun's coming up and witness that from that perspective. That was amazing.
As you got yourself, I guess, closer to the other side, did your confidence increase, thinking, I can do this?
It was, and you know, I thought I was on for a sub 12 hour time, which was my target, but we missed the cap, the bit of France that sticks out, and the last hour you get drawn up the coast towards Calais, and I ended up with about an hour and a half added on my swim. And that was the hard bit, because I was prepared to finish 11:30, 12 hours.
Yeah,
and I didn't save a lot in the tank for that last hour.
You get to the end, what's going through your mind? What, you know, this has been a 10-year journey.
Yeah.
And you've now done it.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
So it was, for me, it was not celebratory. When I touched the beach, I was thinking, oh, I've waited 10 years for this, it'll be hands in the air and celebrate. And I'd pictured that for quite a long time, and it wasn't. I was stumbling. There was French people on the beach, you know, shorts and t-shirt, wondering why this guy's walking up the beach with speedos, goggles on and a flashing light.
I guess you looked a little bit out of place.
Yeah.
But surely in your mind, it must have been, you've 10 years this journey.
So it was relief, Ian. It was relief.
So now, a few weeks down the line, how do you look back and think, how do you feel now about it?
Oh yeah, I'm happy. I feel proud now that I've done it. So I don't want to take 10 years over in my next sporting challenge, but I'm really happy.
Well, on behalf of everyone at CWC, it's a fantastic achievement. I don't think I know anyone that's done this, so I have to say, it's well done. I am immensely in awe of your achievement. Now, forget about the swimming.
Yeah.
We've got to talk about running.
Oh, yeah.
On CWC, I asked 3 questions. These could be difficult for you.
Yeah.
Okay, but question 1. What has been your favourite race? And we're talking running here.
Ooh, favourite race? I like the White Peak Marathon.
Okay.
I like the White Peak Marathon. So you get bus to the start, over near Ashbourne, and it's a point to point, and you just, some points you're top of the Peak District and the views are amazing.
Question 2, if you go out for a run, and I accept there are few and far between at this moment in time, what distance would you choose to run?
Oh, I like a nice 10 miles, half marathon plodding pace.
I don't think you was up for that today, but
not today.
But in future,
when I'm back
okay.
in full fitness.
So stay lighter. And question 3, if you could run anywhere in the world, where would you want to run?
It's a tough one. I've looked at some. My wife's going to kill me for this, but I've looked at Everest. I think there's a mountain on Everest. There's a marathon
there is,
at Everest.
Yeah.
And it's around base camp or something crazy like that. And yeah.
Why did I think that you wouldn't come up with something normal? you are definitely wired differently. Listen, Paul, it's been a fantastic journey hearing about it. I could have probably listened for a lot longer, but you couldn't have run for much longer.
No.
So look, enjoy the downtime now.
40 minutes, Ian.
40 minutes. Well done. Well, this is the comeback. You've started.
Starting my running comeback.
It is. Well, Paul, well done. You've been a great guest. The first non-lurk, non-running guest, but it's been a brilliant journey. Good luck for the rest of your running career.
Hi everyone, welcome to Coach Tim Talks, and from the top of a hill today I wanted to talk to you about hill training. Now there are a whole load of different hill training sessions you can try, but today I wanted to focus on one, which is the Kenyan Hills session. Now in terms of hills, you're going to get different benefits from the different kinds of hill training sessions that you do. Generally though, hill training sessions are brilliant for really working on your leg strength, but also your calf muscle elasticity and power from your ankle. So when you're running uphill, we're looking for really good extension in your ankles, and we're looking for you to run bouncy. So think about having a slightly higher than normal knee lift, and really engaging your arms when you're powering up the hill. So you want to be quite upright when you're doing a hill training session, rather than perhaps how you would be in a race situation. Now, in terms of canyon hills, the idea here is that you'd find a loop, or you can use an out and back course if you can't find a loop of a decent distance of about 1 kilometre, I would say. And what you want to do is you want to work really hard uphill. Then you want to keep the effort the same as you come out onto the flat. Keep that tempo and that effort high, and then only recover when you're coming back down the hill. Now, if you haven't done many hill training sessions before, you probably want to stick to maybe 5 or 6 repetitions of this, and then look to increase it by 1 or 2 repetitions as your consistency in your training continues. Have a go at it. It is a hard session, but you'll really feel the benefits of it. So I wish you all the luck for your hill training session, your Kenyan hills training session, and again, let us know how you get on.
Right, we're out on the wheel. This is going to be a 10k tempo run. For some it's going to be a little bit quicker than others. Mike Bland, not on social media, is here. He'll never see this. Guys, right, have a good run. I will try and catch various bits of filming en route, but some of you are going to be far too quick for me, so this is the only bit you're going to see. Okay, so we're 1 mile in, first mile, 6:26. Bang on pacing, so far so good. How are we doing, fellas?
All good.
Yep. I'll take that as a positive. Mile 2, 6:14. Tom's fault. Tom went a bit too quick. Started talking about his holiday. Up and down the hills at Whitby. Overexcited, made us go too quick. If we have to pay for that at the end, we won't be thanking Tom. Passing the elite boys. Mile 4, we let Jeff pace us. He thinks he's back in South Africa. He's putting a 6:05. Jeff, what's that all about?
Well, we're trying to make sure we get under 40.
Okay.
So I leave a bit in the bank. My saying is go out hard, come home a bit.
Okay. Thanks, Jeff, for those words of wisdom. So far, so good. Hey, right, Tomo? How are we doing? Good. We'll see you in a bit. Well done. Mile 5, 6:11. Tom is cruising. He's making it look easy. Right, 1 to go. And a bit. Hey, running, Rich. Comfortably sub 40, perfect.
Come on, keep going.
Spot on, Michael. Well done, Darlington, smashed it.
Yeah, cheers,
And the luxury of a wrong turn, yeah?
Yeah, let's see.
We can knock a few seconds.
37, 36, Keep going.
Here he comes, here he comes.
One record.
Well done. Well done, Tom. How do you feel? Smashed that.
Yeah, smashed it. Might never run that well again.
Well, it was there today. Mile 6, 6:01. I think we got a little bit quicker, didn't we? Yeah, some great. I mean, our sub 40 pacing went a little bit on the last 2 or 3 miles, so apologies, but that was Tom's fault again, clearly. And Jeff, Jeff.
I was trying to get him a cushion.
He certainly got a cushion.
I need a bed, not a cushion.
90 seconds. Well done, fellas. Great running. Great to be out there. Happy birthday. Congratulations on 18 years of marriage.